different. I hope this is on YouTube because I am not trying to do this broadcast somewhere else. So, I'm going to have a talk today, and this talk is not like my typical talks at all. I'm going to just put it out there that if you are sensitive to, like, emotionally, you do not need to be in this broadcast because you are not going to be able to handle some of the stuff that I'm going to cover in just a few minutes. And the reason I say that is because I'm very not sensitive right now in this way that I'm talking about. Like, let me just start from the very get-go. My first question to you is, are you nice or are you fake nice? Do you know the difference? That's my first question. Do you know the difference between nice and fake nice? I don't know if I've got chat up or not. If anybody's in here, if you could say something so I can see if that's coming up. But that's my first question to everybody who's in here. First of all, if you're very sensitive today emotionally or anything like that, do not be in here today because this is not the time for you to be here. If you're chill and you can handle stuff that goes against what you think or what you feel, then you're in the right place. Because this is something that's kind of challenging for some people. So, I'm not seeing any chat, so I don't know if the chat's working or not. I guess I'll just keep going anyway. So here's the thing. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to put any BS out there. I'm not going to passively, aggressively say this or that or this person or that person. We're talking about me. We're also talking about you too, though, because this is a collective thing. So again, are you nice or are you fake nice? What is the difference? So fake nice is, you know that it's always polite to pull out a chair for a woman, but is that really polite? Or is that just something that you were taught was polite? It's fake. It's not real. It's something you were taught to do to show how nice you are. So that's just one example. When you belch after you eat something, putting your hand over your mouth, that's a nice thing to do. But is it really so nice, or is it just something you do because that's the type of actions you take to show the world that you're nice? That's a fake nice. That's so that it looks pleasing to the world. Okay? Are you pleasing the world or are you actually nice? Because there is a difference between the two. Now, take a second. All right, so with that said, I drew some cards for myself because I feel like a light switch has been touched. The light switch has been turned on, and I feel like a totally different person today than I did yesterday. And the reason I feel like a totally different person today than I did yesterday is that I'm tired of faking nice. I am a nice person. I don't have to put these fake gestures out there to make it appear nice. And I'm wondering how many people can relate to that, if they understand what I mean by that, or if they have dealt with these kind of things too. So if I don't pull out your chair, that doesn't mean I'm not a nice person. In fact, if I do pull it out, I'm fake, most likely, because honestly, I don't think you need help pulling your chair out. All right. So I pulled a card for me. I'm like, okay, the thing has switched. What is going on? I got the third house. It's about the way that I communicate. It's about the way you communicate too, if you resonate with this message, okay? So it's about the way that I communicate. The way I learn things, the way I deal with the people around me, especially as it relates to like contracts, agreements, negotiations, that kind of thing. How I relate is how I feel this with people who are local to me, who are close to me, or in my vicinity. That's the way I feel about it. So this is all about how I communicate with people and how you communicate with people. Also, how we've learned to communicate with people. We've been taught that you have to do it this certain way, and this certain way is fake. It's not real. It's a facade. There's a certain level of exchange that occurs within our communication every single day that is fake. Whether it's a fake smile, because if you don't have a smile on your face, then you don't really like this person, or you don't respect them, or you're not keeping up your persona for the position that you're in, right? That kind of stuff. So it's also about that. But then the other card that I got for the reason this switch has happened is the Virgo card. So it's about communicating more practically, more tangibly, more about what really you can sink your hands into or your teeth into. Like the nitty gritty, this is what I really am, not the fake nice. It's about doing your duty in so that, how do I explain that? So that your communication is not misconstrued, is not misunderstood, is not perverted or twisted or turned around. You say what you mean without any niceties or falsities. That's what I'm saying. There's a need for us to humble ourselves. And when I say that, I mean that it's not okay for you to expect every time you go into the grocery store that everybody that you see should be smiling at you at the checkout counter. They had a shit day. Who the hell do you think you are telling them they have to smile just because you walked in the door? Do you see what I mean? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Needing to humble ourselves. Stop discriminating against other people. That's another thing too. Like when I say that, I mean like just because somebody's a service worker doesn't mean that you get to tell them how they behave each day. Like you don't get to tell them that, hey, you have to smile every time I come through the checkout counter, or you can't disagree with me, or, you know, I don't know. I'm just giving you stupid examples, but I think it's about getting past the bullshit. I really do. I feel like it's really about getting past the bullshit. The niceties in our conversation has led us into these situations where we're so full of shit, we don't even know which way is up. It's very much about practical communication. It's about like grasping that goddess energy too. Like I don't have to explain. I said what I said, you know, and I don't care if it's pretty. I'm not a mean person. I'm just telling you what something is. It is not mean to say what something is or to express in a natural way. You know what's mean is trying to force other people to communicate in the way that you think they should, or to behave in the way that you think they should. No. They're not in service to you. Why do you think people are in service to you? They're not. What else do I want to say? All right, I'm just going to say it. Very much be practical in your communication. Don't say anything that you don't mean. Don't fancy it up. Don't make it pretty. That's fake, okay? And even though there's good intentions behind that fake, it's still fake, and it leads to uncertainty within relationships. I'm just going to leave it at that. It also is a power dynamic that I don't care for at all. It's about realizing that you are just as valuable as the person that you're talking to. Would you ever shave your head to do something bold and different? Absolutely. In fact, I've talked about doing it, to be honest with you. Like, not because I'm like going crazy or anything like that, but I'm like, you know what? My hair is not healthy right now anyway. Why do I care? It's just hair. It grows back. I think that we're clouding our spiritual selves by making this false nicety. I'm just going to put that out there. So let me just see if there's any clarifications that are going along with this. But that's what I feel. I feel like there's some sort of, and I'm talking about myself here, and some of you may relate, but I feel like there's just this situation that's going on where something is switching inside me that's showing me that I'm a nice person, but I'm a fake nice person, and that needs to stop. And when I say a fake nice person, I mean the nice is real, but some of the things I do to demonstrate the nice is not real. Yeah. And it also talks about how I'll create distance with people. Yeah, that's good though. That's funny, optimistically. Cynical. No, that's good. But see, that's the thing. I am that way too. I will tell people what I have to say, but at the same time, like the social construct tells me that I have to say it within certain criteria, right? I have no problem with shaving my head, just telling you. I really don't. I'm that person. I don't care. Anyway, I feel like, especially like in friendships and that kind of stuff, when I would get fearful about situations, I would dress it up, trying to, and that's not good either. But anyway, so what I was trying to say is we've got to start being more realistic, more tangible with our communication. Stop dressing it up. Stop trying to protect ourselves. Stop trying to be the friend. Say the truth. Say the truth without dressing it up. That's the end of it, without dressing it up. Saying the truth without dressing it up does not make you rude, does not make you mean. In fact, what it does is it sheds the layers of fake, and people know that what you say is what you mean. Period. End of story. That's what's going on. And I feel like I can't even turn back on this one. Like I'm not going to be able to do fake smiles anymore. I'm not going to be able to say all the little niceties and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I've already told you this. It intimates people, I find. Nice. If that's Liam, hello. I think that's you. But yeah. So I know I just went into a long spiel, but for those of you who didn't hear, basically what I'm saying to you is, are you nice or are you fake nice? And start saying the truth, not saying that you haven't been saying the truth, but say the truth without dressing it up. Intimidates. Oh, I don't want to intimidate. Well, I mean, I don't care if I intimidate somebody. If I do, then they needed to be honest with you, because people intimidate me, and I realize that I need to be intimidated because it makes me recognize that within myself. So, and then I go, okay, why? So it's actually a good thing. Yeah, and the thing is, it's been so hardwired into some of our brains. I know. It's been so hardwired into our brains, though, that we think that we cannot communicate that way. We feel like there's a fear around communicating without the niceties around it, without the dress up. And that's where a lot of the confusion is coming. How would you describe yourself? I have no idea. I'm a walking contradiction. Just a warning, guys. Got Uranus. Uranus is the card of unexpected events. It's very funny. This is for you, but it's funny for me because I told you I felt like all of a sudden, like unexpectedly, I've changed. Like suddenly I have this epiphany. It's like I'm not dressing up my speech anymore. So some of you may be having some moments like this coming too, because the planet of Uranus is all about unexpected events. It says your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Just saying. Anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say to you guys. I'm kind of thinking about doing a stream of consciousness broadcast for you guys too, because I'm noticing, like, okay, so I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you and tell you every time I do a reading that I'm getting this perfect message. No. In fact, it's been effed up more so than usual. And I feel that way. It's like I have to get this out because this is who the F I am. You know what I mean? There I go with it, trying to calm it down. But, I mean, I'm on YouTube. They'll cut me off if I'm not careful. But, like, this is who I am. I'm not a mousy person. I'm not, I am friendly. But I'm a tough friendly, if that makes sense. Like, you know, that's who I am. And I need to not dress that up anymore. Even if that hits some people in the wrong direction, then, you know, what do you say? There's nothing I can do about that. It is who I am. So, anyway, cat's going off in the background. I'm wanting to do a stream of consciousness thing. What I was trying to say is the readings that I've been doing, I'm having a hard time with them lately, I've noticed. But I'm also noticing that I'm picking up more on spirit. When I say that, I mean like in the mediumship part. And this is developing. I'm not saying that I'm completely there. I'm telling you, I can feel it developing. I'm seeing things and hearing things. But also I'm noticing that before I even pull the cards, I know what they're going to be. So there's a lot of stuff going on like that. So I'm telling you, there's something going on. But the stream of consciousness thing I might do for you guys too. And if anybody's ever dealt with stream of consciousness before, some of it's going to totally not make any sense whatsoever. And then other parts are going to be like, holy crap, you know. Because I feel like there's some sort of message that needs to come out in that way. And I've never done that on here before, but I'm going to start. Or at least do it once. You're welcome. You do understand what I mean though, right, guys? Like that whole thing of, I'm not saying, when I say fake, that's the other thing. People get so fucking butthurt about hearing, oh my God, you're being fake. You are being fake. Everybody is being fake. Don't try to tell yourself that you're not. You have to be fake to a certain degree to survive in this society, because if you don't, you're fired. If you don't, you're no longer married. Because if you tell your spouse that you think that woman over there's got nice tits, she's probably going to leave you. So don't tell me you're not fake. Everybody's fake. Everybody's fake to a certain degree. But that's the thing. There's something in me that has to let that go. I have to let go of that fake. I'm not a fake person, but at the same time, I've learned how to fake certain things in my speech to make it more acceptable. Yeah. I mean, if I went to my job and told them, you know what, I really don't fucking want to be here today. I mean, I'm telling the truth, right? But what are they going to say to that? I mean, you've got to be fake in this world. But, you know, outside of those things where you absolutely have to be fake, stop being fake. Actually, I don't even want to be fake in the place I have to be. No, that's just being politically correct. Politically correct is fake. That's fake. And that's the other thing too, you know, having sympathy for people. Being politically correct, that's very honest in me. I feel that way. Like, I'm so pro LGBTQ. I am so pro, like, all of this stuff, right? And also, like, Black Lives Matter. And I know some people will not like that. But because they have these things that, oh, they're a bad organization. I don't give two shits what you think. I'm just going to tell you I have that, but that doesn't mean I have to think about it in the exact same way as you do, or that I have to say it in the way that you think is okay. I will become a Zen Buddhist monk soon. Awesome. It would be a lovely world if no one was fake. Yeah, once we got used to it. At first it would be a disaster though. Because the first time that your husband told you that he'd like to get some of that over there, now it's going to be a problem. So I feel like that's part of where my journey is going. And like I said, I don't know where this is taking me, but definitely something's going on with that. Tell me something about this. No, it's not deceitful to keep feelings to yourself. Absolutely not. It's not wrong to keep feelings to yourself. What I'm saying is that whenever you do talk to people, when you put fake spins on it, yeah, exactly. Like, don't ask me, let me just put it this way. Don't ask me a question if you don't want to know the honest truth. Don't ask me a question if you don't want to know the honest truth. Because even if it looks ugly on me, I have to say it. And you know what happened whenever I said that? I got the wisdom card. It's the Holy Mother right there. Just saying. Oh, interesting. I wish I could put this in better words. I'm going to take the time to actually sit through this and meditate with this, where I can give you better descriptions of where this is going, because I really, right now, it's so very brand new. The concept that's going through me right now is so very brand new that I can't really articulate it correctly. But I'm kind of there, but I'm kind of not. But I've been fake too, Destiny. Don't fool yourself. I've been fake too in some aspects. What do you think of Buddhist monks? I mean, I love Buddhism. I can't say the word right, but I love that. So I don't know. I've never actually met one in person, so I don't know. I understand that for me, it took a while to learn to say that I don't want to share certain things with people. Right. See, and that's another thing too. That's a perfect example right there. Like, you should be able to say point blank, without having to explain yourself or justify or around. If you don't want to talk about something, or you say, I feel uncomfortable talking about that subject, that's it. Boom. Don't be fake about it. Don't pretend. Don't be nice about it. Don't be mean either, but don't be nice about it. Just say it. Trying to see if there's anything that comes out in the cards, if there's anything that the cards want me to bring up. But okay, so here's one of the things I just got, and I kind of already said this. One of the huge things is stop justifying yourself. Stop justifying yourself. Period. End of story. Stop justifying yourself. You don't have to justify yourself. You deserve to be here just as much as everybody else. You deserve to have an opinion just as much as everybody else. That doesn't mean you got to be an asshole, but you have a right to be you. You have a right to be here. You have a right to your place, to your thoughts, to your feelings also. To feel as if your opinions also matter. Okay, let me give you a good example. This is one that I've talked about a long time ago. Balance timing than anything else. Yeah, this is one I talked about a long, long time ago. So I have this family member who gets very, very ticked off if I say a cuss word in front of them. Now, what makes their belief system so much superior to my belief system? So me cursing helps me to get out frustrations. It helps me to say what I need to say in the way that I feel I need to say it. But it offends this person over here. So why is her offensiveness to it, or being offended by it, more justifiable than my need to say how I feel the way I feel it? You see what I mean? What makes this, because cuss words, to be honest with you, are only cuss words because we made them cuss words. So that's an example. Like, why is this person's thoughts, feelings, belief systems more important than this person's? If this person doesn't like the way one person talks, then don't be around that person. You don't have the right to tell somebody how to talk if they're they're an adult. Sorry, I'm starting to stutter. But we're talking about adults here. We're not talking about children. Why does one adult get to tell another adult how they can and cannot speak? It's a power play. That's why. That's basically what it is. It's a grasp at power. And I don't care if you believe me. I'm telling you that's exactly what it is. It's a way of feeling superior to the other person, more, I don't know the word. Yeah. It's a way of them feeling like they're more in control. They're more important. They are the one that everyone has to answer to. You see what I mean? It's that kind of, and these things are, yes, righteous. Thank you. And it's so underhanded under the surface, and it's been happening for so long that we don't even see it. We don't even notice it. This is just another one of those control tactics that people use. They don't want to let go of control. And just say, you're talking about two adults. Well, as a child, they could control you by making you do everything a certain way. But once you got older, now how do they control you? Right? So they control you socially. They control you socially now. They control how you speak, your facial expressions, what you wear, whether any of this stuff is acceptable to Her Highness or His Highness, whoever His Highness or Her Highness is, And usually that's the person that sets all the rules about how the socialization will occur within a group. That's the mother that can go to hell. That's the person that needs to go there, so to speak. Like, you don't tell people how they can talk. You don't tell people how they can express themselves. You don't have to be around it if it makes you uncomfortable, but you don't get to tell them how to behave. Anyway, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to try to meditate on this energy because right now it's really scattered the way I'm explaining it to you. Maybe I can kind of condense it into something that's more easy to understand and digest. But I'm definitely feeling this very strong pull to removing the nicety. And I don't mean not being a nice person, removing the fake nicety in my conversation, in my actions. I feel like I'm a truth person. I'm very much a truth sayer and a truth seeker. But at the same time, there is a falseness in sometimes certain family members think that they are protecting or leading you to what's best for you. However, there comes a time when you have to let them know that you are allowed your own life. Exactly. So let me just say this. I'm not a Christian person, but this same person who, doesn't like me cussing can speak about Jesus for 10 hours straight in front of me and start, pushing that agenda on me Doesn't matter if I feel uncomfortable. Do you see where I'm going here? Doesn't matter if I feel uncomfortable, because Her Highness or His Highness, they can talk about what they want. It doesn't matter if you're uncomfortable. You just better make sure that they are not uncomfortable. Get where I'm going with that? And I think this is going to cut out a lot of fake people when we stop doing that. Exactly, Destiny. You and I would probably be really good friends, because that sounds like me. I'm dealing with something similar, yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't dislike people who are Christians. I don't feel like that. Yes, I'm very much minimalist, to be honest with you. I don't begrudge somebody who's a Christian. In fact, I was a Christian for most of my life. I don't begrudge that. It's the fact of that you know that that's not my faith, but you're pushing it on me, but yet I'm not allowed to say curse words in front of you. I'm saying, I don't know how to put this in words, guys, so you can help me if you can help me, if that's fine. But basically what I'm saying to you is there's two things. There's, you've got the person socially controlling the others while you have to, interact within my frame of reference, right? Now I forgot what I was saying. There was more to it than that. But there's something about when we remove that constraint. So just say, she can keep talking about Christianity forever and ever and ever, but I can keep cussing too, right? And if we do that, eventually one or the other is going to go away, and the false is gone now. You know what I mean? There's something like that. It may not be exactly that, but it's something like that. Thank you, Destiny. There's something like that, though. There's something about cutting out that fakeness by doing that, by cutting out that falsehood in our conversation, in our social interaction. And again, I am not at all saying be mean to people. I am not at all saying be overly nice to people. I'm saying just be real and don't fluff it up. Exactly. I was going to say, if you look in the Bible, like they use cuss words in the Bible too. And I promise you that if there is a God, He's not going to send you to hell because you said fuck or because you said damn. He's going to send you to hell for basically mistreating the people around you, hurting people intentionally. That's what I think. We were all born differently. I knew that as a little kid. Exactly. But why can't we celebrate that? Like, we say that, but then when we interact with each other, when somebody doesn't fit into those guidelines, we try to guide their speech or guide their actions or guide how they dress or how they express themselves. We say we celebrate people are different, but then we try to guide them into not being different. I agree. We try to guide them into not being different. That's fake too, by the way. And remember, y'all, the whole time that I'm calling people out as fake, I'm calling myself out as fake too. You heard me say it. I've been fake. I'm not fake in my facts. I'm fake in how I present them. That's how I've been fake. You may be fake in a different way, but I'm just giving examples of different ways that it happens. But I just want to point out that we've got a lot of people still trying to hold on to control. Adults trying to control adults and how they express themselves. What does that say? Have you tried taking the person aside and spoken with them in a loving but straightforward manner, letting them know how much they are hurting you? It doesn't hurt me, but I've told the particular person that I'm talking about, I did tell them exactly what I just said to you guys. It's like, what makes, I respect your belief system and I have no problem with it, but why can't, this has to be a two-way street. I'm the one that doesn't fit in. I'm unique. I think we're all here to learn from each other. Some just don't learn. Everyone crosses your path for a reason. Yes. You are the most real, confident lady that I have seen here on YouTube. You know what? It's helping me so much to let this out. And you know what? I'm going to give y'all a little and I've done this in a couple of my meditations. Maybe this will help you too. If this stuff resonates with you, again, this may not resonate with you. You may not feel this at all. You may feel like you've been 100% actions, talk, how you dress, how you act, everything you do is 100% authentic. I would question that. I would say you're wrong, but you may think that. All right. But one of the things I want to say is in one of the meditations, I'm having this vision and I want to say it to you guys for whatever reason. You can imagine yourself as like an hourglass, right? But the hourglass has a hole in it, and all that soot and junk and fakeness that was inside you that you felt like you had to do in order to be accepted or to fit into society or to hold your job or to hold that partner or whatever that is. Let that stuff out every once in a while. Imagine, like I said, an hourglass. You can see yourself as an hourglass and the sand is coming through and it's all just funneling out the bottom. And let it just keep flowing and like feel it flowing out of you. Feel it flowing out of you. And just let it just keep going. Just keep going, keep going. Feel it. Because I feel this in my root and my sacral chakra. Like I can feel such a release just saying that. We got to let that out. We got to let that go. Okay, here's the other thing that I just got told. Some people are trying to restrict us with our speech. Oh gosh, now I lost the wording I just heard. They try to restrict us so that we'll hold on tighter is one thing, but that's not what I was hearing. There was something else. Oh, they restrict our speech to restrict our optimism. That's what it was. Now, if you think about that, how true is that? They restrict our speech to restrict our optimism. If you're second guessing yourself, beating yourself up for how you speak, right? Yeah. This is how they persuade us. This is how they persuade us to be subservient. Lesser than. Yeah. Anyway, all of this stuff is like on a very subconscious level, but I'm not going to keep talking about it because I feel like I'm going on and on and on. Like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these thoughts and I'm going to put them in something more tangible that you can understand better and that I can put out in a way that is understandable is what I mean. How would you react if someone saw you and told you he wanted to marry you? I would be like, what? No. I think it's possible for people to think that. Okay. Restricting our speech in certain ways ascertains their lifetime achievement, their status, that's the other thing. Because they have low self-confidence in that holding on to that higher, and I'm using my hands a lot, y'all. You notice that? You yearn to be free, but you practice restraint. Exactly. I have been doing that. Truth hurts some people. It hurts me even sometimes, but you know what? I would rather hear it. Because think about how many of us are living our lives built on someone's lie to cover up. You know what I mean? So like you're trying not to hurt somebody's feelings. And so now they build their life on this lie that you're trying. Oh, I don't even know how to word that. But yeah, we build ourselves up on lies. We build our foundation on lies. We build our foundations on niceties. And then we wonder why the fuck they crumble. Yeah, it does save a lot of drama. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it fucking hurts. But I mean, it hurts for a little bit. But I'd rather it hurt for a little bit than to have built my house on that foundation of lies, you know? Yes, they do, Gloria. Absolutely. In fact, they hurt 10 times more because then it's like you couldn't even trust me enough or respect me enough to tell me the truth. I mean, because I honestly, like, some people try not to hurt your feelings. That's a big insult to me. That's a big insult to me. What's that word? I don't want somebody coddling me with lies. Exactly. It makes me not trust you. It makes me not want to confide in you, also. It makes me not want to tell you anything because I don't think I can trust you. I think you're fake. Yeah, exactly. That's part of it. To me, it's disgraceful. I don't know, it's disgraceful. It's condescending. Yeah, I don't know. I should do some readings or something for you guys, but I feel like I need to dig into this a little bit to see where this is going. I hate liars and thieves. They come hand in hand, I've found in life. Yes, they do. Speak your hidden agendas, people. And I'm talking to myself too. Like, let me just explain this. If you're with somebody for stability, say it. If you're with somebody for the sex, say it. You know what I mean? You can say, hey, I like being with you too, but just know that that is a big part of it. Like, stop faking this kind of stuff. I'm trying to come up with. I will have to go now, but we'll listen to your next live stream. And hey, since you say you have thought about shaving your head, just go for it. Do not postpone. It will never happen. I might. I am ready to go though, because I feel like I've drawn this conversation out. Like I said, I really need time to figure this out, to talk about it in a more conducive way. But that's kind of the direction that I'm going in, guys. So, anyways, any tips that you have relating to this kind of conversation, feel free to send me an email, triplemoonmeditations@gmail.com. I'm more than willing to listen. I like philosophy. I love philosophy, especially when it comes to being more authentic in yourself, because that's something we've been taught never to do. So, well, see, that's the thing. If you tell me that, I'm okay with that. If you tell me that, I'm okay with it. It's when you fake that you're not in it for that pisses me off. Because I'm not some brittle person. There's some people I've been with just for sex too. Just gonna be honest. So, anyway, bye guys. Let's see if I can get out of here again. Oh my God, I am so sick of the screen doing this to me, y'all. Help! Help! I'm gonna start typing something. Yup. I thought maybe that would make my screen go back, but it's not. There we go. All right. Bye, guys. I said that. There we go.